On March 18, 2022, Adrian Lyne dropped Deep Water on Hulu. This movie's been completed for a while now. I believe it finished filming in 2020, but after the pandemic it's gotten delayed quite a few times, and now it's just been dumped on Hulu when it was originally supposed to be released in theaters. So that was like the first red flag for me. Adrian Lyne hasn't made a movie in 20 years. He made movies such as 9.5 Weeks, Indecent Proposal, and actually one of my favorite movies, Jacob's Ladder from 1990. I mean, this is definitely a movie that's more in his wheelhouse. He's made plenty of movies like this. He makes psychological and erotic thrillers, and this is very much a psychological erotic thriller. Through and through. It stars Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. They are a married couple. They have a daughter. They live in New Orleans. From the get-go, their marriage seems a little strange. The opening line of this movie, Ana de Armas tells Ben Affleck that she loves him. He doesn't say it back. And it's a very strange kind of exchange, but it kind of sets up for what the movie is. Ana de Armas is seeing other men. We don't know if their relationship is open, what exactly the deal is. Are they like separated and just together for their daughter? All this stuff unfolds as the movie goes on. I don't want to spoil anything for you. This movie, for me, it was alright. I didn't think it was the greatest movie I ever saw. I was expecting this movie to be pretty bad just based on the fact that it's been delayed so long and then eventually dumped on Hulu. And when I read that, it was just more because of, adult movies don't do well in theaters anymore. Right now, it's just big tentpole pictures. Just a little erotic thriller like this just doesn't get the traction that it probably should in theaters, and we get it dumped on Hulu. And that was okay. I had a good time watching it this morning. I sat down, I had my cup of coffee like I try and do on Friday and Saturday mornings. There was some stuff in here that just blew me away as far as like, I am supposed to believe that this could possibly happen. So there was a lot of defying belief going on in this movie. But there were some pretty decent performances in this. Right off the top, Ana de Armas really killed it for me. I thought she was great in this movie, and that's not a surprise. If you've seen her in movies like Knives Out from a few years ago, or last year's 007, No Time to Die, that was a great performance, and she stole that movie in just one small scene, so it was really cool to see her pop up again in this and do a great job. She was definitely doing her best work here. She was on top of her game. It didn't look like she was moonwalking or phoning it in through this entire movie. I definitely think she did a great job. Now, Ben Affleck, he was kind of up and down, but then I'm trying to think about it. His character is supposed to be playing a certain emotion, and that emotion that he's supposed to be playing, I think he did a good job, because there was times where it seemed like he just wasn't all in on this, and I was like, definitely not my favorite Ben Affleck performance by far, because Ben Affleck has had some great performances. I know his name kind of gets dragged through the mud sometimes, but he is definitely a good actor, and I think that he did an alright job here. Nothing special, but I think he did a good job. Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck actually were dating after this movie, so I guess they met here and then they started dating. But there's that meme of Casey Affleck throwing out a cardboard cutout of Ana de Armas, so you know that it didn't last too long. It was just kind of like a fling, but it's always a nice little fun fact seeing that in there. And then there were some good supporting actors. Tracy Letts, he's actually he's an actor and he's also a screenwriter. So, and a writer for, he writes screenplays and plays in general, so it's pretty cool he plays a screenwriter in this movie, and actually I think he did a great job too. Lil Rel Howery in this movie, he always shows up in such movies like in Get Out, and then in this movie he's like the comic relief character, but he does another great job. I really enjoyed him. He was funny, made me laugh a couple times, because this movie's, even though I didn't take this movie, it didn't feel like a serious tone. They were definitely trying to portray it to be serious, and I think only Lil Rel Howery was kind of understanding like what they were supposed to be doing. So in his little scenes, he definitely stole the show for me too. Then it was cool seeing, because I'm a big fan of Euphoria, Jacob Elordi pops up in this movie. Another small little performance, but it was cool to see him. I thought he did a good job. I haven't really seen him in anything else since this or Euphoria. My wife said that he's good in the kissing booth, so it was cool to see him. A nice little performance. It didn't feel like everybody was phoning it in, but it definitely not everything clicked. This movie is definitely just it definitely should be put on Hulu. I think you'll have more fun watching this. Maybe you and your wife. Me and my wife sat down and we watched it too. We were just pointing out stuff. It was fun to do things like that, and these kind of like movies and these mysteries, kind of unraveling it. And that's one problem I really did have. I thought there was going to be more of a mystery to this, because exactly what I thought was going on in the first 2 or 3 scenes of the movie is exactly what was going on, so that was kind of disappointing. The story was very predictable. I don't know if that was intentional or not, because if it's not, it's very obvious. So that's a knock against it for me. I really thought the story just wasn't that compelling. I mean, I kind of knew what was happening, and like I said, you have to defy a lot of belief for this movie, so just trust me going into that. If you think you know what's going on, you probably do. But one positive for this movie I can definitely say is New Orleans itself. It was beautiful. The sets were great. Every time I see a movie set in New Orleans like this, or JFK, or Double Jeopardy, I always want to move to New Orleans and go see it because the old architecture is beautiful. I like how how the roads look in New Orleans, how the houses look like kind of in that in backwoods kind of looking area with those old wooden houses. I always am appreciative of things like that, and I thought that this movie definitely nailed the set design, and they looked like it was good directed as far as like the scenes go. There's a couple of party scenes, so you have to have a ton of extras in the background, and everybody, I was looking at them, everybody looked like they were playing their part, taking it seriously, so I thought that, for a director to be able to direct all these different people and have them all walking through and doing those scenes, very well done, even if the story didn't land 100% for me. But I can definitely say, if you are looking for a movie to watch on a Saturday night with your spouse or your significant other, I could say you could probably watch this movie. It is not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. I would probably give Deep Water 2022 a 5 out of 10. So guys, if you like these new movie reviews, definitely keep coming back to the channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you tell all your friends.